Hi guys, so I'm gonna be real for a second. Well, I'm always real, but I'm gonna be real. Dating over 30 is scary because I remember I was chatting to my friend Sade and we were discussing from when we left uni and we started working and then finding ourselves place in the world, and sometimes taking a bit longer than what you expected, and you finding yourself things not fitting, or you not fitting in the right career that you wanted and everything. I'm going to tell you one thing. Even me starting to do these videos, I did this before, but it's been a hard journey. I'm going to be real with you. It's a daunting task. Like right now I'm talking to myself, and sometimes I don't like my voice, sometimes I'm speaking too fast because I have a lot I have to say, and sometimes it's it's very hard. But what I'm going to say is that let's not be scared to be whatever we are going to be. And I had to be real with myself, and it took me a while to get here. So I'm going to tell you, young people, young ladies, most of all, you're okay by yourself. Be okay. Spend time by yourself. It's okay to put a little bit of weight, because I like my weight. I used to be an average size until 27. I was an average size of size 8 and size 10. And then when I was 27, I started putting on weight. I became a size 12, and I was a size 12 for a long time until I hit 29. I then became a size 12 and a bit. So 12 clothes started becoming a bit tight, and that's when I started 30. I became size 14, official size 14. Now I'm a 14. My bum is huge now, so I'm a size 14. UK sizes, by the way, size 14 on my bum, and on the top still a size 12, but in my bum I'm a size 16 on certain clothes. Not all, because some of my office wear I wear size 16, but now they're too big because I've got small waist. So I always have to adjust with a needle, and so you need to know like a few stitching skills so you can adjust it, bring it in on the waist so that it's not too tight on your bum, because you don't want to look sexy when you go meet brides and all that. You just want to look professional. I still wear all my old clothes because most of my clothes have a little bit of stretch and all of that. All to say is that it's really hard. So now I'm talking to myself online about things that I've never actually had an honest conversation with about to anyone. Even most of all, my mom. My mom is a lovely woman. She's outgoing, but I find her sometimes harsh and brash and usually judgmental. My dad is easier to talk to, but you can't really talk about certain things to your dad, which is pretty sad. But the older she's becoming more receptive. I remember when my niece was born and we were discussing something, and I was talking about something, and then she was listening. For the first time I could see that she was listening. But then she said something like, you know what, I didn't know that we needed to teach you that. I just assumed it was. And her acknowledging that she did not know how to help in that situation, and yes, she will do better with my niece, which is her granddaughter, which is her first grandbaby, because she's hearing she could have done better. She's learning from what I'm saying that maybe that was not the best way to have done it. Maybe. So now, not that she's got more time, she loves being a nurse. But the fact that her attention, even, it's not about spending your time at home or 90% of your time at home. No, it's about the time that you do have, spending it with her. Because I think we were more religious. We were raised in a religious house. I can even see the planes flying. Even more religious. So I was raised in a Seventh-day Adventist home. Even more so, not just a Seventh-day Adventist home. I was raised in a family that African values were quite big. But my dad liked me having a voice because I had suffered bullying in year 6, year 7, and I never suffered bullying before. Primary, I was pretty good, and it was only in year 7 I started suffering bullying. So my personality changed. So had my one. That's why I always believe in two parents in a home. Had my personality not changed, that my dad noticed, my mom saw, but she brushed it off. Oh, it's gonna be all right. So when a girl cut my hair, all she knew was she's gonna fix it. She would just cut, her hair will grow back. But then the trauma, I had a problem with my hair growing a certain length. Like, it wouldn't grow this long. It wouldn't grow that long. You can't even see it. It wouldn't grow that long. It wouldn't. I would have chopped it. Chop. Real talk. Because of what I've gone through, because the chop is coming. Trust me. Because I didn't want someone to take that power from me. It seemed like I was managing it in my own way. You think it's not a trauma to you. Oh, it's only hair. But it's how it's done. And then you find certain things like, I had a nice bum, and then you find that they'll find ways to cover you up, and you being ashamed of your sexuality. It's not sexy when you don't have boobs when you are in year 7. I didn't start having boobs until I was year 9, going year 10. My little sister started having boobs in primary school when she was in year 6. She would wear a sports bra, and that year to tell my mom, like, okay, it's time for her to get a sports bra. It's like little things like that. I believe being feminine is who we are. If you're a feminine girl, I liked being a tomboy, but I liked being a girl as well, and I still like being a girl. That's why I put on makeup, I dress up, but at the same time does not mean that I don't like going out on a motorcycle. I don't like fast cars. Doesn't mean that. It just means that I like being a girl. I like getting my nails done. And then because of that church, you were not allowed to have your nails done. You were not allowed to get ears done. You were not allowed to wear makeup. Everything was a drain of it's all things. It was dreary. It was miserable. And I think that's miserable. And I wouldn't do that to my kids. I wouldn't put my kids through that. I wouldn't do it. And in as much as we were happy children, because we were happy as a unit, so it was the 3 of us. We did have cousins, but the 3 of us, we were so close because we faced persecution in church, because my dad became what the church wanted to be, but yet it was never good enough. He was too religious now. So what is it? He wanted to please God, but then it was misguided. But then now that we've come out of that, we've evolved as Christians or God-fearing people, that my journey with God is nothing to do with the denomination. I don't need to go to church. I don't need to observe the Sabbath. The Sabbath is done with. We're saved by grace, not by works. And it's literally, I don't need to work for salvation. I am what I am. And what God has for me, it is for me. I don't need to pray or fast for it. I do not advise God, because when I take prayer, I think prayer is an advice. I'm advising God. First and foremost, when he created the world, he never needed advice. He even decided that he's going to make plants, he's going to make food, he's going to make even animals before we were even created. So he made food for the animals before he created the animals. And then he created animals before he created us. So animals are technically older than us in terms of whether it's science or however you're going to look at it. All to say is that my knowledge of God made me free from bondages of religion, from religiousness, and I am able to be myself. So whatever I choose to do, I do it knowingly, and I do it out of love. So if you see me helping someone, it's genuinely out of love. If you see me doing something, it's genuinely out of love. I don't do anything I have to do. So first and foremost, so now talking about the journey I'm going through, being 31 and being single, I decided I needed to document this because I don't know where my life is going. And I've got a whole lot of expectations. My dad expects to have babies from me. But I'm okay with not having kids. I'm okay with that idea that God might have other plans for me. I would love to, but I wouldn't. If I don't, it's okay. I'm okay with that. But what I will not do is try and control God, put God in a corner where I'm going to end up in a relationship that's unstable because I want kids, because I want to attain that. What if God wants me to be a godmom? And I'm already one. And I'm proud to be one. What if he just enjoys me being an auntie? What's wrong with that? I'm going to be the best auntie there is. And if anything, I'll put them in my will. I've already got a will. I will put my nieces and my nephews in my will, and then they'll inherit. I'll be all right. Yes, you won't. They're not your own. No, that's selfish. Me now telling God that I want something that's mine. It's okay not to have things that are not yours. I'm okay with destiny, and I'm not okay with that. Before, I would get depressed because there's so many expectations in society that are imposed on myself, and then it seems unnatural, and they tell me that it's unnatural for me not to want to have children. What is unnatural is me having children by myself. That's very unnatural. What is natural is the two people that make the child raise the child together in a healthy environment, ultimately becoming productive citizens of the world, of the communities. I'm not going to be a single mom. It's not my portion. I choose not to. And if I am going to be a stepmom, I'm okay with that too. But what it is, I'm not being a stepmom to a whole village. That means it's unstable and it's not settling to it. No. But what I would like is a man where we do this journey together. So if I don't get a man that I can walk this journey, which is life together, where we figure it out together. Because it's different when you're by yourself than when you're with someone. My nose are running. Sorry, excuse me. I've realized I'm getting rude, blowing my nose in front of people and all sorts. So all to say is that it's very hard what I'm now. So now talking openly about the struggles I'm having, it's very hard. 31 and single. And I've just chosen to be single. I'm like, no. If this man is incapable of being responsible, of even being conscious of things and becoming a burden, I don't need a burden. He needs to, at this age, you at least need to know what it is that you're looking for in a relationship, and need to know how to be a man and comfortable in your own skin and be responsible and accountable for your own behavior. Not excusing it, but being accountable. I love life. I like going out. I like doing soca. I'm Team Soca. I'm here for Soca Fest. I'm here for family. And I believe in having your own time. You spend time reading about God, understanding your journey with your spirituality, not being religious, understanding that there is a purpose, whether you figured it out or not. But trust me, the purpose, sometimes you know it, but you've been fighting it your whole life. That's why you're miserable. And I choose just to be happy. I don't want to be a nurse. It's not for me. I want to be an entertainer. And on top of that, I want to throw parties for a living. I want to bring joy to people's lives. Organize them, make sure it's stress-free so you have a great time. Create memorable moments. That's what I like to do. That's my slogan. So even now, I now do as a hobby makeup. And then I was sorting out my page, which I'm doing now, to get down so that I can sort out domain and try to figure out how I can add makeup to it. What I'm seeing is that my struggle to be happy is everybody's struggle. It's not just me. It's everybody's struggle. And I've realized happiness is within myself. So that's when I realized I need to remove toxic people. I also realized I don't like people who gossip. I've never liked gossip because I have to address it. And it seems like people who gossip are gossiping about you to someone else, and you feeling so I'd read so right. Even I've always been cutting, and I like my own company. It's because I'm very peaceful. My best friend don't gossip. We say how it is. The same energy I talk to you, the same energy I talk to her, even more passionately, because we are raw. Sometimes when when you know you're being helpful, which she is more than me, but my words are more vicious, so I keep them in. So when you know that you have more power, sometimes you relax, you let it slide, and then when you're ready, when you've calmed down, you then have the conversation. Honest conversations don't mean arguments. It means that you can have an adult conversation, agree to disagree, and keep it moving. And when you're seeing someone is more passionate about something, you let it go. It doesn't mean they're right. You don't have to be right. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to not come to an agreement or to unite in an agreement. It's okay. And once you learn, it's okay to not be on the same path, but be on the same road. Once you get to that, that's when you know that you've made it. Because not everyone is a clone. Not everyone has to agree. And right now, just being real with you right now has been something that I've been talking about. Being open, being allowing myself to be who I am, and talking about my difference. I've got different challenges, and my challenge is I've got zero tolerance to bullshit, because I don't bullshit people, so I don't expect you to bullshit me. And when you meet such people, you need to, but then not all the time you can cut them off. All to say is that this is my new journey. My journey at 31, being single. And I want you guys to join me. Like, comment, and subscribe. Ask me things you would like me to do. Follow me on Instagram, Miss Vogue 144. Follow me on Snapchat, Miss Vogue 144. Follow me on Instagram, Miss Vogue Ginger, or and then follow me on Instagram, Sherrie Ginger, which is adult banter, and there I'll be doing lives as well. So I'll be doing lives on different ones. That one is more family. You'll see my family. You even see pictures of me. I don't delete most of my pictures anyway. You'll see even pictures of me from years ago. They'll still be on there. And sometimes when I'm being a party central, so that some of you might think I'm too raunchy and all of that, I'll be warning you when I'm posting something that's raunchy, something that's raw. I'll be letting you know so that we can go through that together. But I've all to say, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.